Mama.
That's better. Septimus! If I've told you once, I've told you 100,000 times. I will not have you running around in the halls. It just isn't dignified. We are the rulers of the kingdom, and we must set a proper example for the rest of the court. I mean, if we don't, I'd like to know who will. What is the point of being a ruler if one isn't going to behave as a ruler should?
Mama!
Now what?
Mama, when am I going to get my princess?
Dauntless, I don't want to discuss that now. It's time for your cocoa.
But, Mama, sometimes I get the funniest feeling that you don't want me to get married.
Don't want you to get married? Don't want you to get married? Dauntless, don't you trust me?
Well, of course, Mama, but...
Well, then how can you say such a thing? I want you to get married. How many times have I said to you, I want you to get married? Only this morning I was saying to your father, I said, Septimus, I want that boy to get married. It just isn't normal for a boy that age to stay single. And after all, he is the prince, I said. Don't forget that he's next in line for the throne. I mean, we're not exactly the oldest people in the world, but on the other hand, we're not going to live forever. And I just know that I'd feel much better, much easier, and much more relaxed in my mind if that boy were married and settled in sight. And that is absolutely verbatim, exactly what I said to your father this morning. And of course, he didn't say anything. He never does. But you know him just as well as I do, and I don't have to tell you how impossible he is. He may be mean, stupid, dreadful, selfish, rotten man, but he is your father, and I want you to respect him. But of course, there's only one person who really cares about you and worries about your health and your future and your happiness, and that's what I'm talking about right now, your future. I want to make myself absolutely clear. I want you to get married, but I don't want you to marry just anybody. After all, marriage is a lifetime partnership, and I wouldn't want to see my little boy make the same mistake I did and wind up miserable the way I did. You are a prince, and you must marry someone suitable. Someone who's good enough and smart enough and fine enough for my nice, sweet, beautiful baby boy. And of course, she has to be a princess. I mean, a real princess. That's one thing I absolutely insist upon. She has to be a real, genuine, bona fide princess, just as I was. But that's what you really want, isn't it? Someone like me? Oh, dear God, if I'm only 20 years younger. Just remember this. You must trust me.
Your Majesty, Your Highness.
Hello, Harry.
Don't interrupt. Well?
Sir Harry wishes to speak to you, madam.
Well?
Your Highness, I have the honor to announce for a perilous labor. I wish to find a true princess, a princess of royal blood, one that will suit both Your Majesty and Prince Dauntless.
No.
Mama!
No, no, no. We've been through all the eligible girls in the neighboring kingdoms. There's simply none left. We have to wait until their little sisters grow up, and that'll take years.
But Your Majesty, I plan to head north, over the mountains.
Over the mountains?
Across the Badlands.
Across the Badlands?
And through the swamp where the beautiful marshmallow grows.
Through the swampland? Are you out of your mind?
Let him go, Mama, let him go.
You won't find anything there but frogs and tadpoles and things.
Mama!
Do you know what the weather there is like?
Mama, please.
Quiet! Do you know how damp and foggy and
Mama!
quiet and humid and oppressive?
Mama,
and
let Sir Harry try. Please, for me, Mama, please.
All right, it's your science. Come along, Dauntless. You've missed your cocoa.
Good luck, Sir Harry. Good luck.
Don't be afraid, little Larkin. I'll not only find a true princess, but I'll find a princess who can pass the Queen's test.
I believe you. I'm not afraid.
And I shan't be away long.
Fly as fast as you can, my love. We'll be waiting for you.
We?
You know. In a little while, just a little while, you and I will be wonderful.
In a little while I will see your smile on the face of my son to be forever and become. It's a way I
Sir Harry's perilous journey took 3 weeks, and Lady Lorcan had all but given up hope that he would find the true princess. Then, one sunny morning in mid-April, when the crocuses were just beginning to dot the meadows, the lookout in the North Round Tower spied 2 distant figures approaching at full gallop. The alarm is spread. Sir Harry is back! Sir Harry is back with the new princess! Now, let's see how this part goes in the old story. On a stormy night, to the castle door came a lass the prince had been waiting for. That, of course, was utterly untrue. It didn't storm that night at all, and in fact, it wasn't even night, and the princess only looked as though she'd come in from a storm.
Actually, I swam the moat. But never mind that. If I just stand right here. There's a nice draft. I'll be dry in no time.
Mama, look. She's all wet.
You swam the moat?
We tried to stop her, but she wouldn't wait for the drawbridge.
You swam the moat?
She said to try to get her across as soon as possible. We had to get a rope and pull her out.
You swam the moat.
All right. I was a little anxious. My friend Sir Harry, he's still out there. He said he had an opening for a princess. Any princess. So I figured the only word! Anyway, here I am. Who's the lucky man? Hey, naughty, naughty, is it you? Hey, naughty, naughty, is it you? Hey, naughty, naughty, is it you? Are you?
that I'm to actually understand that you have the nerve and the gall and the presumption to ask for my son's hand in marriage?
Mama, may I say something?
No. Do you imagine for one moment that I would ever consider you suitable for any son of mine? You are laboring under a very unfortunate misapprehension, my dear. My son isn't going to marry any moat swimmer. Not while I have a breath in my body, and I haven't been well. Not well at all. I get these shooting pains and all through here. And don't try to tell me it's the vapors. I know what the vapors are. I've had the vapors.
Are you new here? Watch closely. I take a perfectly plain piece of parchment. Notice that it is a single piece of parchment with no cuts, folds, creases, or concealed pockets.
It's a nut house. Oh, there's no vapors. You're the one, I guess.
Sure, I'm Prince Dolphus, the dragon.
Well, I'm glad to have met you.
No, please don't go. I like you. Everybody does. Well, almost everybody.
Dauntless, I'd like to stay here, but I wouldn't want to get in between you and your mother. So I guess I'll just face the facts, cut my losses, and head back to the swamps.
But I really like
You do? Why?
you. You slammed the moat.
Dauntless, I know I spammed the moat, but that's not the real me. I'm not like that. Actually, I'm shy!
He's in the moat again. Lower the drop, man. Be all right.
Sure!
You ought to see her swim, Mama. She's wonderful.
Yes, isn't she?
I like her, Mama. She swam the moat. Why? Can I marry her, Mama? Can
Marry her? Oh, no, no. Of course not. Sweetheart, when you marry, if you marry, you'll marry a real princess. You'll...
I have the honor to announce the arrival of Her Majesty, the Princess Winifred.
You're a little late. She's been here and gone.
Gone?
Yes, she's swimming home. That, Sir Harry, is no princess.
Ah, but she is, Your Majesty.
What?
That one? You jest.
On mine honor as a knight, I swear she is. I have her papers right here. Winifred, Princess of Iconfield, Guardian of the Midgard Serpent, and Warden of the Ragnarok Marsh Lily. The inscription on her family crest reads, Tu ne sed malvis sed contra aventur ito.
What does that mean?
Roughly translated, if at first you don't...
Never mind.
You see, Mama, she is a real princess.
She has a princess.
Mama, for me, please.
All right. The wizard and I will put on our thinking caps and make up a nice fair test, just as we always do. And I'll prove to you that that girl cannot possibly be a princess.
Get away the leg!
That's not my leg! How crude! We'll test her for sensitivity. She'll have her test. And she'll fail, just like the others. Fair and square.
Fail what? The royalty test.
Every princess suing for my hand must pass the test to prove she's a true princess.
What kind of test?
It's always highly secret.
Well, we'll worry about that later. Right now, I'd better get out these wet clothes.
May I show you by the castle on the way up to your room?
Sure.
You're awfully nice.
You're nicer.
You're good looking, too.
You're better looking and nicer, too.
Well, you're a better swimmer.
Oh, Your Majesty, I'm so excited. Sir Harry is back. He is, and he's brought us a sweet princess. Have you seen her? Neither have I, but I'm sure she's as delicate as an orange blossom, and I'm to be her lady in waiting. Sir Harry arranged it. Isn't he thoughtful? He arranges everything.
expected me to follow in his footsteps, but then I landed this jester job and... What's wrong? You worried? About what? Who? 2 syllables. First syllable. Bird. Some kind of bird. Auk. Bluebird. Catbird. Dove. Eagle. Finch. Grouse. Hawk. Ibis. Jay. Kiwi. Lark. Lark.
Lady Larkin!
And a knight.
Which knight? Sir Harry!
Dust. Sounds like dust. Lust.
Must? Must what? You're going to start all over, right?
She's in trouble. Big trouble.
How many syllables?
She's gonna have a baby. Does anyone else know?
Of course, but does anyone else know besides Sir Harry?
Don't worry, we can keep a secret. Question is, can you?
We know you can't talk. You can't talk, but you managed to communicate.
We have only 2 voices among us, and yet there's a third voice, a voice in disguise. You'll be hearing a trio and not a duet if you listen with both of your eyes. Kindly, with both of your... We produce a unique and remarkable blend as we raise our 3 voices on high. We're in perfect accord from beginning to the king and the minstrel and I. Yet if one of our trio should ever depart, then the others will languish and die. We're like 3 different people with only one, the king and the jester and I. Sing hey nani nani, hey nani nani, hi little, strike us a tune on the... Oh, the bishop declares our behavior is rude as he piously looks to the sky. 'Cause when we go swimming, we always go, the king and the jester, the king and the minstrel. Oh, the vintner makes wine from the grapes that he grows, 20 barrels